She said, "I'm a brand now, Lucas. I need someone who vibes with my aesthetic." I nodded, sipping my $16 cold brew, and said, "Maybe you do." Then I stopped bankrolling her tech wife lifestyle, the Napa Valley wine tours, the $3,000 Balenciaga sneakers, the whole Silicon Valley chic charade. Her Instagram empire, built on my startup's cash, collapsed faster than a Series A pitch with no traction. Her latest mindful tech post? A coffee shop selfie with a filter that couldn't hide her panic. "I'm Lucas, 38, CEO of a cybersecurity startup in San Francisco, pulling in $350,000 a year plus stock options that could push me to $450,000 if we hit our next funding round." Not bragging, just laying out the stakes. My wife of 4 years, Vanessa, 32, was an Instagram influencer, branding herself as the ultimate tech wife. Think curated posts of vineyard sunsets, Tesla road trips, and skyline views from our $5, 200 a month loft in Mission Bay. Her 180,000 followers lapped it up. Problem was, her brand was funded by my Amex. 4 years ago, when we got married, Vanessa was a freelance graphic designer making $40,000 a year, posting about creative vibes from her one-bedroom in Oakland. She insisted on the Mission Bay loft when we moved in together. "It's for my content, Lucas," she said. "My followers expect a certain lifestyle." I was skeptical. $5, 200 a month is steep, even for me, but I was smitten. I thought we were building something real. We agreed to split the rent proportionally. I paid $4,200, she paid $1,000. Her share barely covered the PG&E bill, but I didn't care. I signed the lease because her credit score was 580. Mine? 820. Her Instagram took off 2 years ago after a viral reel about a day in the life of a tech wife. A skincare brand noticed, and suddenly she was pulling in $90,000 a year from sponsorships. Solid, but not enough for the lifestyle she projected. The shift was immediate. Week 1. Can you believe I'm a full-time influencer? Week 2. I need to elevate my wardrobe for my brand. Week 3. She's dropping $4,000 on a Prada coat, charged to a card I later learned had a $9,000 balance. By week 4, she's lecturing me about startup trends at dinner parties, despite my 15 years in tech. She'd been an influencer for a month. Last Saturday was the breaking point. We were at a winery in Napa, my dime naturally, with her influencer friends, all obsessed with content. One of them, Harper, asked about our loft. "It's next level," Vanessa gushed. "Bay views, rooftop deck, total tech wife energy." Harper's eyes lit up. "That must cost a fortune." Vanessa laughed, tossing her hair. "When you're living the Silicon Valley kick life, you invest in the vibe." I nearly choked on my $22 Pinot Noir. In the Tesla home, "Yep, I paid for the Model X," she doubled down. "I'm serious, Lucas. My brand is about aspiration. I can't post from some basic condo." I glanced at her. "You know I cover 80% of the rent, right?" She rolled her eyes, a new tick. "God, why do you always make it about money? I'm building an empire. My engagement's up 25% this month. You're just coasting at your startup." I stared at this woman I'd supported through freelance gigs and failed Etsy shops, who lived in a loft she couldn't afford without me. "You're right," I said calmly. "Maybe you need someone who matches your aesthetic. Someone on your level." She smirked, thinking she'd won. "Exactly. I'm glad you're finally getting it." That was Saturday at 9 p.m. By Sunday morning, I was at the leasing office. The property manager, Diane, knew me by name. I'd handled every payment, every maintenance call. "Lucas, what's up?" she asked, pulling up our file. I asked about the lease terms. Turns out only my name was on the lease. Vanessa was just an authorized occupant. Her credit wouldn't have qualified. I asked about termination. 60-day notice, Diane said. Or, since your lease renews in 45 days, you can decline renewal. Early termination fees $10,000, though. I nodded. What if Vanessa wants to take over? Diane checked her system. Income requirement, 3x rent, so $15,600 monthly gross. Vanessa's $90,000 a year was $7,500 monthly, way short. Credit minimum, 720. Vanessa was still in the 600s, even after I'd paid off her $4,500 student loan last year. I declined the renewal right there. Then I started hunting for a new place. Found a sharp one-bedroom in Dogpatch for $2,400 a month. Modern, quiet, no Instagram-worthy rooftop, but perfect for me. I put down a deposit for move-in after 45 days. Vanessa came home that night, oblivious, posting a reel about manifesting abundance in Napa. She barely glanced at me, still riding her high. Nailed a pitch for a wellness brand today, she said, scrolling her phone. They said I'm redefining tech wife content. I nodded, already mentally packing. Over the next few days, she kept her distance, posting cryptic stories about elevating your circle and curating your energy. Her latest reel, Surround yourself with people who match your vision. Tech wife goals. I chuckled. She thought she was unstoppable. Monday, I worked from home. Vanessa left in a $700 Free People dress, blowing me a kiss like everything was fine. I started untangling our finances. Electricity, my name canceled autopay. Internet, my account, scheduled disconnection in 45 days. Netflix, Spotify, her Equinox membership as my guest, all canceled or removed. The big one, her Tesla Model 3, leased under my credit because hers was shaky. $650 a month, which I'd covered as our expense. I called the dealership, removed my autopay. Payment now due from her. Her business card wasn't approved yet. She'd been using my Amex for brand expenses, promising to pay me back when deals closed. I cut that off too. By noon, the texts rolled in. Lucas, my card got declined at a brand meeting. This is mortifying. I replied, must be a glitch. Use your debit. She fired back, I'm with a sponsor. Fix it, I typed. You said I'm too nerdy for your aesthetic. I'm giving you space to live it. She called 15 times. I let it go to voicemail. That evening, she stormed in livid. You humiliated me in front of a client. They think I'm broke. I leaned back in my chair. Aren't you? You pay $1,000 toward a $5,200 loft. She scoffed. This is financial abuse, Lucas. I'm a brand. I need this lifestyle to thrive. I shook my head. No, you need my money to pretend you're thriving. The lease is in my name. You've got 45 days to figure it out. Her jaw dropped. You're kicking me out? We're married. I crossed my arms. Married, yeah. But you said I don't match your vibe. That I'm coasting. What's my startup's valuation, Vanessa? Silence. What do I even do? More silence. For years, and she didn't know I led a company securing cloud infrastructure for Fortune 500 clients. She never asked. She spent the night on her phone with her best friend, Riley, ranting about her toxic husband who couldn't handle her glow-up. I locked my office door and kept packing. The next week was a masterclass in delusion. Vanessa went full Instagram. Stories about choosing vision over comfort and owning your worth. A post captioned, big moves ahead. Ready for the next level. Silicon Valley kick. Her followers ate it up. Thousands of likes. Comments hyping her evolution. Meanwhile, reality was closing in. She started apartment hunting but quickly learned $90,000 a year doesn't get you a Mission Bay loft. The $3,500 places required $10,500 upfront. First, last, security. Her savings? $3,100, mostly from a recent deal. The $2,000 apartments were 40 minutes from her content studio, a rented space for photo shoots. Without the Tesla, commuting would be rough. She'd missed the first car payment, and the dealership was already emailing. The $1,600 studios? Cramped, no views, in areas she called uninspiring. Wednesday, I got a call from the Tesla dealership. Vanessa had pleaded with them to fix the payment issue, claiming it was a mistake. I clarified, I'm the leaseholder, but she's responsible now. She can pay or return it. That night, she tried a new angle charm. She wore a silk robe I'd bought her, lit candles, poured wine. Lucas, don't you miss us? She cooed. I stepped back. I miss someone who saw me as more than a bank account. She froze. That's not fair. I love you. I asked, what's my favorite band? Silence. My college major? Nothing. You loved the lifestyle, Vanessa. Not me. By week 2, panic hit. Her brand deals stalled. Sponsors noticed her tech wife content was slipping. No more Napa shoots, no new designer outfits. She borrowed Riley's Celine bag for a reel, but followers commented, is that Riley's bag? Eyes Harper stopped by unannounced, expecting the loft's glamour. Where's Lucas's stuff? She asked, eyeing my packed boxes. Vanessa stammered. He's reorganizing. Harper wasn't buying it. You're keeping this place, right? You said it's all you. Vanessa's smile wavered. Just weighing options. Monday, she posted. Embracing a simpler vibe. Less is more. Mindful tech. The comments were brutal. What happened to the Napa vibes? Is this a divorce glowdown? One follower, clearly clued in, wrote, heard Lucas is moving out. Good luck with the reset. She deleted it. She contacted a luxury realtor, thinking her brand would seal the deal. The realtor, Greg, toured our loft. So, Vanessa, with your $90,000 income, you're looking at $2,500 max for rent without a cosigner. Credit score. She mumbled. Around 620. Greg's enthusiasm faded. Luxury buildings need 700. The numbers don't add up. She protested. But I'm an influencer. I have 180,000 followers. Greg shrugged. Followers don't pay rent. Her career started cracking. A sponsor backed out after she couldn't afford a vineyard photo shoot. Her content studio canceled her membership, she'd missed 2 payments. At a brand lunch, her card got declined for a $180 tab. She texted me, furious, "You're tanking my career." I replied, "I'm letting you live at your level. Isn't that what you wanted?" Week 3, her family got involved. Her mom, Diane, and sister, Chloe, showed up on a Friday. I was packing my vinyl collection when they walked in. "Lucas, this is harsh," Diane said. "Vanessa's falling apart." I kept packing. She said I'm too nerdy for her aesthetic. I'm respecting her vision. Chloe snapped, "You make so much money. Just pay the rent." I turned. "How much do I make, Chloe?" She guessed, "Like $200,000? I laughed. "Try $450,000. Vanessa said she was above my level. Diane gasped. "She said she earned more than you." I nodded. "She also said she pays for this loft. Ask her about Saturday's winery." They left, stunned. That night, Vanessa tried one last time. Tears streaming, she begged, "Lucas, I screwed up. I got lost in the image. I'll tell everyone the truth. Please don't leave." I looked at her, this woman who'd posted about curating energy while living off my paycheck. "Vanessa, you didn't just insult me. You showed me you never saw me. You saw my wallet." She sobbed, "I can't afford anything. My followers are turning on me. I'm a fraud." I didn't argue. Week 4 brought desperation. Her Instagram engagement tanked. Followers unfollowed when her posts became repetitive, shot in dim cafes instead of vineyards. She pitched new sponsors, but her deck looked amateur without the loft's backdrop. Her agent dropped her, citing brand inconsistency. She begged Diane for a loan to cover a new studio, but Diane refused, saying, "You need to figure this out, Vanessa." With 12 days left, Vanessa found a $1,700 studio 50 minutes from downtown. No bay views, no rooftop, just a box with creaky floors and a loud neighbor. She borrowed $5,000 from Diane for the deposit, vowing to rebuild her brand. The Tesla went back to the dealer voluntary repossession, tanking her credit to the mid-500s. She started taking BART, a 90-minute commute each way. Her Instagram went quiet, then private. Moving day came. I was settled in my dogpatch one-bedroom, sipping coffee on a modest balcony. Vanessa's final post before going private. "Growth means shedding what no longer serves you. Grateful for new chapters. Mindful tech." The comments were savage. "What happened to the Tesla? This you on BART?" Faced with tears of joy, a former sponsor commented, "Wishing you well, Vanessa. Focus on authenticity." I started dating Elena, a product manager I met at a startup mixer. She makes $140,000, insisted on splitting our first dinner bill, and asked about my work, real questions about zero-trust architecture. She even knew my favorite band, Radiohead, from a passing chat. Refreshing. Last week, I ran into Harper at a coffee shop. "Heard about you and Vanessa," she said, stirring her oat milk latte. "She's saying you sabotaged her brand." I smirked. Did she mention she paid $1,000 toward a $5,200 loft? Harper's jaw dropped. She said she covered it all. I shrugged. "Ask her about her mindful reset. She's borrowing cash for coffee now." Harper laughed. "We knew she was faking it. The Prada was rented. Half her sponkin was unpaid. Yesterday, I got a text from an unknown number, Vanessa, using Chloe's phone. "Lucas, I'm sorry. I threw away our marriage for likes. My studio's a mess. I miss you." I didn't reply. There was no us. There was her Instagram, and my bank account. She wanted someone on her level? She got it. A $1,700 studio, a BART pass, and a brand in tatters. Her Instagram popped up last night. A post about finding peace in simplicity. Someone commented, "Is this why you asked for $10 for gas yesterday?" She deleted it. I smiled, sipping coffee in my quiet, affordable apartment. Best $10,000 lease break fee I ever spent. The lesson? Build your life on what's real, your income, your values, your relationships. Chasing an image might get you followers, but it won't pay the rent. And if you're lucky enough to have someone supporting your dreams, don't call them too nerdy. They might just let you fall to your level.